Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to Conquering the Euro on Football Manager 2021 with Everton. Today it's part 4 of Season 9 and we play against West Bromwich Albion in the 4th round of the Cup. Could be a potential banana skin, you never know with these things, West Brom being a championship side, so it's a good draw but you just never know with these things. And then we host Leeds United in what's going to be a first and second clash in the league. You definitely know this is FM, don't you, when Leeds and Everton are the top 2 clubs in the Premier League. But since you guys have last been with me, as you can see, it's gone pretty well. We've risen to 2nd in the Premier League. We've won our last 3 matches. I was worried, to be honest, that having 5 games away from home would be terrible. But to get 3 wins and 2 draws, isn't too bad at all. We played against Southampton. They actually went ahead, and I was thinking, oh God, here we go, here comes the away curse. But we fought back well, we won that match 2-1. Then we took a very different side away to Copenhagen. Wanted to rotate the side, and I thought, oh, this could be a risk. The 5 players in midfield were completely different. Bates, De Mortier, McRae, Royon and Allen, all in the midfield, and they all played well. And as you can see, we beat them 5-0. No shots for them, and we've won our first 3 games. Roma and Lyon have got 4 points apiece. If we go and beat Copenhagen away from home, we're going to qualify. So, at the BMD, we're going to qualify. So I'm not worried about the Champions League at all. It's all going fairly well there. And then we've just beat Bournemouth 2-0 in the league. As I said, we're going to play these 2 games and then probably go away for a while. And probably come back roughly around Christmas time for Liverpool and Man City. But if we go far in the Cup, you might see the EFL Cup semi-final potentially. We've only played 1 game in the Cup, obviously, to get here. We beat Blackburn in the 3rd round of the Cup. Looking at the Cup, there aren't a massive amount of big teams left. We've got Chelsea, Man United and Leeds. Anybody else? There's not a huge amount, but you never know. Let's see who goes in and stays out. Let's see who makes the quarterfinal. Hopefully, one of those teams is us. Now, we have rotated once again. We've got a really tight schedule, so want to keep that rotation in. But this is a side I think can win. We've got our backup goalkeeper, Okonkwo, in for this match, and he played against Blackburn and had a 7.2, so absolutely no problem with that. Livramento, Almeida, Twansby and Larios in the defence, trying to rest the ageing Ben Godfrey. I know he's still, he's not the oldest man in the world, but at 32, just wants to rest him a bit. I don't think there's any harm in that, so Twansby comes in there. We've brought Lewis Bates in to replace Messina, he's a bit tired. Solken and Sierra playing the attacking midfield. We picked Satona because one man who's really struggling at the moment is Benito Owen. I might be being harsh, but in the last 5 games, he's only had a 6.76, and he was doing really well. So he's struggling a little bit recently, so Deji Satona gets his place back for this game. And then I've experimented up front with Richard McRae up front. I was going to play Josh Hope up there, he doesn't get a chance very often, but typically he's tired after his last match, so he can't play today. Because Robin van den Berg's tired, another choice in there could have been Lorenzo Chevalier, he's tired, so Richard McRae plays there. I'm just thinking, do I really want to do that? Sod it, we'll put Benito Owen in there. I know he's been not been playing well recently, but maybe being playing at the top of the park won't hurt things too much. I can't see us losing this match, the form we've been in. As well, we're back at home. It helps. All the things tell me, all the stats say to me that we should win this football match. But it is very easy on Football Manager to get complacent. It really is. You can go, this game's too easy. And the second you say that, something bad happens. But I think we should be alright against Albion States. One I wanted to show just in case we have a problem. And then at least you guys don't comment, well, you lost, why didn't you show it me? It's that sort of thing. But the big game really is the one that's up next, most certainly. That match against Leeds United is going to be huge. If we can win that, we go to the top of the league. We're only 2 points ahead of Man United. And the longer we can stay above them, the better. And I guess this match next up will prove how much of a threat Leeds are, because it wasn't last year, but the year before when they finished 3rd, they did the double over us. So they are a good side. So let's see how good they are. But good win back there for Deji Satona. Can we get our first goal? It's wide of the mark really there. Not brilliant, but it's not been a bad start for us. 60% of possession. No worries at all. We are controlling this game. I believe it's Joel Stewart in goal for West Brom, who they signed from us. Yeah, that's right. Signed from us a few years ago. He's actually going to the US, so maybe he's their cup goalkeeper. And I told you something last time. I told you this would happen. Crew, who are in the Championship, have had absolutely fantastic cup run. They've beaten Liverpool and Man City, and now they've got Southampton, and they're 1-0 up. Can we do the same? Satona through on goal, and to go all the way from their box to our box and not convert that is shocking. And we've had a few chances here. I think we're a bit impotent, to be brutally honest. Again, I might be being harsh. I don't know. I think when you are winning football matches, you can get too critical. Again, you can't win them all 5-6-0. Good ball from Solken to Benito Owen, and I'm really glad he's got a goal on the board. Again, I've said this many times when we've done badly. Good players don't become bad overnight, and Benito Owen really is one of the best we've got in the squad. So I wasn't worried about him, but hopefully that goal will give him a real boost. And a great ball originally from Larios. Good vision, I guess, from Solken to put Owen through. And we go 1-0 up. And I think that's the panic over, really. The worst thing you can do... Didn't notice the advert for Screwfix at the BMD Stadium. Interesting. But the worst thing you can do is dominate a match and not make the most of it. Very similar to what Liverpool seem to be doing against most sides at the moment. But Larios, bait, puts it into the box. Owen, if you're going to score, you might as well score too. And it's nice to know because we do rely on Vandenberg up front a lot. We really do. We rely on our forward, Robin Vandenberg, a lot. He scores a lot of our goals. Yes, there are players chipping in from elsewhere, but rely on him a lot. So this might be a fluke, but it's good to know if Vandenberg gets an injury, we can rely on somebody like Benito Owen up front. So a good experiment, certainly. And at 2-0 up, I don't see a problem with this game. I'll tell you what, I actually went to click on there to go into half-time. I thought that would have been the half. And there's obviously been an injury to someone because we've gone way over the time. Either that or the referee can't count. Satona. If you can make it 3-0 before half-time, I don't mind that. Satona running through, puts it to Solken. Solken puts it into the box. Can't make anything of that. Bait. Taylor is going to be a whopper of a goal. Larios. Have a shot, somebody. Larios. Oh, it's going to be a penalty, is it? Oh, no, maybe not. You'd think with there being a highlight this late, something's got to happen. What a ball that is from Lewis Bates, who supplied 2 assists already today. What a brilliant finish from Solken. Half-time, 3-0. I think it's fair to say this match is over. I thought that might have been a penalty, but possibly not. It's an excellent ball from Lewis Bates. Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant vision to go through the West Brom defenders. And Solken did the rest. Excellent how things are going. I think it's time to rest a few players, to be honest. I think we rest Solken. We'll bring... The problem is we put our good players on the bench. We've shot ourselves in the foot there. We'll put Sierra out on the right and put Roy on in the centre attacking midfield. We'll also rest Kenneth Taylor or bring Demortier on, but we'll leave it at that at the moment. You can't make 3 changes at half-time. That can be suicide sometimes, but the only thing that can happen here is this match gets worse, i.e. that we start to concede a few goals. A few of our players, especially Royon and Demortier, who've come on, look complacent, but that's not really going to hurt us, I don't think, at this point. Demortier to Bates, shoots. I tell you what, Lewis Bates, we've not picked him all that much because we've had a consistent midfield partnership with Kenneth Taylor and Michelangelo Messina. But with this sort of performance, I know it's only against a championship side, but 2 assists, a fantastic goal. He's really edging a claim to get back into the first team, and that's something we've got that's really good now. Criticism back in the day when we first took over Everton was, oh, there's no depth there. You know, you've got your first team, and if those players go out, well, you're stumped. But we've got a lot of good depth now, a lot of solid backup players. I think that's helped by having some brilliant youngsters in the squad, no question about that. And it's now 5-0. What on earth did I have to worry about? This is going to give great confidence to the lads, gives the fans something to cheer about as well, and extends our winning run. How are Crew Alexandra getting on now? Oh, it's 2 each. Tell you what, they're fighting for it, but Southampton have come back into that game. If Crew can get through to the quarter-final, I only ask one thing. Please, I don't want to draw them. Any other time, it'd be great, but the amount of clubs they've beat to get there, if they do go and beat Southampton, they beat Man City and Liverpool on penalties. Chances are they might do the same to Southampton. But that would be a brilliant run. And, you've got to be half decent to be knocking out those sides. It's not just luck that does that. Fair enough, you can beat a side, maybe even 2, but if they go and beat Southampton, who are actually the best of the 3 sides they're taking on form at the moment, that is pretty impressive. That's going to be offside, unfortunately, to deny Benito Owen of a EFL Cup hat-trick. I don't know what it would... I guess the sponsorship by 2030 probably would have changed, but we'll just call it the League Cup. What was it? It was the Carling Cup, the Capital One Cup. Goodness me. It's been through some names, this has. Then we just had the EFL Cup because they had no sponsorship, and now it's the Carabao Cup. And rather confusingly, I think Carabao sponsored Chelsea as well, so very bizarre. Demortier, Sierra, but Demortier, can we make it 6? 6 are the best for Everton. Bates, Satona back to Bates, surely not another assist for him. Oh no, I didn't think so. Sierra pulls it back to Livramento. Demortier, Sierra, Demortier, Satona, 6-0. I think what you have to remember is that this is only against a championship side, and I think that without being too harsh. That's all Copenhagen are, really. I think they wouldn't be a great Premier League side. So, I mean, it's great that we can convert these to big wins, and to be fair, we are beating the sides that we should be. So that's positive to see, and this is a great result against West Brom. I don't know what I had to worry about, but it's typical. If I hadn't have come back, there probably would have been a big problem. We are going to bring Lorenzo on for the last 10 minutes. We've got a problem with Satone having a little bit of a niggle. I don't want to bring Vandenberg on, give him a bit of a rest today. Oh, Southampton are beating Crewe. Looks like Crewe are finally going to run out of form in their in their desire to try and do well in the Cup. We're not, though. We absolutely demolished West Brom with a depleted side. Southampton have beaten Crewe. I tell you what, Crewe were 2-0 up. That's pretty impressive, but a bit of a bottle at the same time. Leeds only just got through in the 92nd minute, and Man United's job made a bit easier by the Norwich man being sent off. Poor West Brom manager. That's a shame. 6-0 on his birthday. That's horrible. Apologies for the phone going off there. But yeah, really good win. That ends off October, and I think we'll probably be in the run for Manager of the Month, even though we only had 3 Premier League games. But the biggie comes up next. Can we beat Leeds at the BMD Stadium? And because it's a Friday night game, we can go back to the top of the table. So just before we get into the Leeds game, in a match of typical fortune, all the top 4 sides have been split. Leicester have got Leeds, Chelsea have got Tottenham, Man United have got Watford, and we have got Southampton. So it would have been Crewe, but the EFL Cup, lots of shocks. You know, Reading won it last year, so who knows who can win it. All good sides that are left in it. It would be great to get that into the trophy cabinet. Obviously, the Premier League, the priority list year, but really, you know, there's 4 games to get through to win that one. So that actually goes along perfectly with coming back. I think we'll come back next time for Liverpool and Southampton. But before that, we have the match against Leeds. Now, our past meetings against Leeds aren't great. Let's have a look at our results against Juan Luis Garcia. As you can see, we've not got a great run. And yes, we beat them in the close season, but as you can see, some torrid luck and form. I'm just checking that these are all right. I mean, yeah, look at that. At least we are at the BMD Stadium, but we lost 5-0 to them, and I remember that. I can't believe that's 3 years ago now. The last time we beat them here was 1,346 days ago. Of course, that wasn't at the BMD Stadium, so we've never beaten them here. Let's make that a little bit different today. Let's make sure we go and do it. We're back to our normal side for today. One player who gets in after his mammoth performance last time out there was Lewis Bates. He played brilliantly against West Bromwich Albion, and Kenneth Taylor's a bit tired as well. So it works both ways. Bit afraid about this one though. We do retreat back to our more defensive formation. I mean, it's not really defensive. It's just the case that we go positive rather than attacking. So we don't commit too many men forward, is what I'm saying. Now, it's funny. We've not got the best of defences in the Premier League. We've got something like the 10th best Premier League defence. But of course, we conceded 6 against Chelsea, 4 against Man United, and conceded 3 in the other 8 games. And luckily, we've not conceded yet, and we've got the opener. Brilliant finish from Hamilton Sierra. I think this is a big match. It really is. Like the Man United match. Okay, we only got a draw out of that, but it's much better than losing, and it's that 6-point swing that can come from these matches. And if we can beat Leeds today, we go to the top of the table. The way United are playing, they lost to Bournemouth a few weeks ago. So the way United are playing, there's no guarantee that they're going to get 3 points. And they'll be 2 points behind us anyway, whatever happens, if we can win this football match. But that's the best way to start. We've took the lead. We all know from the Man United match that it's definitely not all over yet. We were 3-0 up and managed to draw that 4 each. But to be 1-0 up, and I was going to say that's the perfect moment for Benito having to dink that into the back of the net and make it 2-0. But sometimes these things don't happen as planned, as we've seen throughout the 4 seasons we've had at Everton so far, but hopefully this 5th season. I think this is the 4th full season. I do lose track a bit sometimes with how long we've been here now. But the way we're playing, we're looking good. And apart from that complete blip against Chelsea, we've done really well. You know, we've had, this will be 8 wins, 2 draws. Yeah, 8 wins, 2 draws and a loss, which wouldn't be too shabby at all. But I think Leeds have got a bit more to say about that. They've been a bit quiet the first half, and this is their first big chance. Bishop has beaten the defender, and it's now 1 each. And guess who he beats? He beats Lewis Bates. Just as a little reminder that don't rotate the squad because he'll make a mistake. I mean, I don't really know why he was back there, to be honest, but it's poor defending, really. Goalkeeper was going to struggle to get to that, but it looks like it's going to be level pegging at half-time, and what worries me is that Leeds do have the momentum. So I'm going to tell the lads I'm not happy with what I saw out there. I want to see a lot more. I want to see us win this match. Hamilton Sierra's got a niggle. We'll deal with that in a second because it could now be 2-1. Or maybe not. Could be 2-1. I didn't say which way it could be 2-1. That's a good point. Vandenberg, though, up to Hamilton Sierra. What can he do by himself? He shoots. And that was, well, let's just say poor. We'll bring Lorenzo on for Hamilton. And I'm going to take a risk here. I'm going to go over more attacking formation. Because that's worked against the smaller sides. Let's see if it'll work against Leeds. What we did against Man United, which was the issue, was that we caved in. We went a bit too defensive, and I think that was our problem. So if we bring ourselves forward, as is the often phrase, attack is the best form of defence. Larios. Still Larios. Back to Bate. Come on, Bate. Do something brilliant. Lorenzo. Larios. Back to Bate. Puts it in. Vandenberg. That's going to be offside. I'll tell you what, though. It didn't look like it was offside. I feel like there were two men that were level with him. But it is going to be a clear offside. I might be wrong here. I might have watched this from a bad angle. Let's have a look at this. Because this was closer than you might... Oh, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. He is offside. All right. VAR was right for once. I just don't really want this to be a draw because I guess a draw helps Leeds, true. But does it really help anyone? I'm not too sure. But it's been quite a drab game. I mean, this is being compared to a 6-0 battering of West Brom. So that doesn't really help things out too much. We need to make a few changes here, I would say. Solken's tied, so we'll put Vandenberg out on the right wing. Now, Benito Owen played well up front last time, so hopefully he can use that to his advantage. We'll bring Alex Allen on the left. And we'll also bring on Kenneth Taylor from Messina to see what he can do. And we'll swap those two around, make Bate a bit more attacking. And hopefully we don't commit ourselves up front too much and end up losing this football match. I guess a draw's not too bad, but I would like to get 3 points here. It really gives us some good momentum. Doesn't look like we're going to get them, though. Unfortunately, it looks like it's just going to be a point apiece. But there's 3 minutes left. This feels like, I've got a hunch this could be a winning highlight for someone. Alex Allen, what can he do? He doesn't get a chance very often. And that's probably why. That's not the best from him there. And if that's the last highlight of the game, that's a little bit disappointing. Looks like it's going to be... it's better than a loss, I guess. But we've drawn against the top 4 sides. We've drawn against Leeds. We've drawn against Man United and lost against Chelsea. I feel like the way we played there, the XG, the possession stats, we could have got a bit more out of that. But I'll just say unlucky it wasn't our night. You know, we got a point. It's not terrible. But, yeah, we just have to get on with it. We got a point. We're winning against most sides. We just have to make sure that we still keep looking up, still keep looking positively. I think if you look at the run of games we've got now, we've got Brighton, Norwich, Wolves, Fulham, Arsenal. The next 5 games, I think we should get, you know, at least 12 points, if not 15 out of those. And if we can keep going the way we are looking pretty good. We've not had that classic blip yet, so I'm waiting for that. But we will come back next time. We'll have a little bit of a break. We'll play through these 8 matches off camera and come back for the Merseyside derby and then the quarter-final of the League Cup. And if you enjoyed that, make sure to leave a like down below, comment your thoughts as well, and subscribe for regular Football Manager 2021 content. Thank you for your company today, folks, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye for now.